Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to Challenge 1000 Conversations. I'm just going to introduce myself really briefly. I'm Andrew J. Jules. I'm an online entrepreneur. I've been doing this for some time, since when I first started my journey in 2000. And now, fast forward here, 2020, I will keep it short and sweet. Found my purpose Thursday, the 22nd of August, 2013, where I realized my purpose was to serve people and to help people find, understand that there's more to life than just existing. Certain people just feel like they just live with the flow of whatever life throws at them rather than actually, making their life how they want it to be and manifesting the things that they want in their reality. So to give you a little backstory of why I challenged 1000 conversations. So basically, I've been wanting to do some training for some time with my team and supporting others as well, other people and other businesses and all, entrepreneurs and so forth. So I decided in January to meet up with a few leaders, not going to mention their names, and we draft up a plan of what we're going to do. But what actually kind of happened is a bit of procrastination on all of our parts, in the way, best way to put it. At the same time, they kind of overcomplicated things because all I wanted to do was to start with a support system, a community where everyone's helping one another, which fast forward April the 5th, I had a light bulb moment, challenge 1000 conversations. We're in a global pandemic regarding this whole corona, COVID-19. And I was just like, a lot of people are finding it difficult to have a conversation. But at the same time, instead of it just being on Facebook, why don't we make this challenge be something much more than just Facebook? So you can focus all your attention on Facebook, which this is on Facebook, this is the platform. But if you look at what we're actually doing right now, we're on a Zoom call. And this is, no matter how many people's on the call, I'm having a conversation with you. So say, for example, there's like 20 people on the call or there's 100. I'm having a conversation with 100 people. And if you're all responding back to the conversation, to me, this is a conversation with roughly, but if there's 100 people on a Zoom call, you would say there's about 10 to 20% of people, well, usually they say 10% is the rule. 10% of the people are going to respond back to me. So I've had a conversation around about 10 people. And that's just one call. So it's not really that difficult, as well as having conversations on your Facebook post, having conversations in Messenger chat, on text, in person, 2 meters apart, because we're in the UK, some other countries is further apart. So I'm just going to lay the rules down, just the light rules in regards to where we're at right now. Mute your line, which everyone has done, thank you. And if you have a question, please do, unmute yourself. But that would be at the time after I've just gone through, basically building quick rapport and explaining what that means, because a lot of people will be like, yeah, okay, I know how to build rapport, but what does that actually mean? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go right into it, because we are way behind on time, unfortunately, but these things happen. But thank you for joining, thank you for being present. And any questions that you have, you can always ask in the community, so everyone can be a part of it if you're not sure about something. And this broadcast will be uploaded there within Challenge 1000 Conversations. So congratulations to everyone that's been, accepted this challenge. And it's going to be a very epic experience journey in regards to where we go with this, but we're going to be all aiming to help 1,000 people, or have a conversation with 1,000 people. And in regards to that, you're going to want to build rapport, because no one wants to be friends with someone they have no rapport with. So that goes down to, from the first things first, if, say, for example, I'm going to break this down. So I'm going to give a scenario where you're in public, and then I'm going to give a scenario where you're on your Facebook profile. So public, you're in public, situation it is in the UK right now, most of the time we can only go exercise for about an hour and walk around and go to the store to get food and essentials. And if you're a key or essential worker, like some of us are, you're going to be around people. And the way to build quick rapport is obviously to have a conversation, but at the same time, when you're having a conversation with a person, you kind of want to mirror exactly what they're doing. So if they scratch their nose, they rub their nose, you want to, just touch your nose as well, around about the same time. They're not actually going to notice it, but at the same time, they're going to feel like they know you. And then as you start to ask qualifying questions, we call this, is finding out about them. Like, for example, hey, are you from London? Oh, I'm from London too. And if they say they're from North London, you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm from North London, and the conversation starts to flow. But at the same time, you want to take into account their tonality, how they're talking. Are they talking really high? Are they talking really low? And you want to match their tonality, because as you match their tonality and you match their body language, you're automatically building a rapport. Now, first things first, to build a quick rapport, you only have to have three things in common. So, they could be a parent. I'm a parent. You're a parent. We've got one thing in common. We've also got a common thing is that we're all from the UK, and so it happens to be that I know you, and you're from London, or you used to live in London, and I'm from London. So you see, we have three things in common already, and this is something that the only way you can build rapport and quickly is by finding things in common, by asking qualifying questions, asking open questions. Like so if you're asking someone where they live, it's an open question, because they're going to give you an answer. They're not going to give you an answer. They're going to give you any answer. You don't know what the answer is going to be, but you're asking them the answer. Rather than saying, hey, do you live in the UK? Well, you already know they live in the UK because you're in the UK with them, or maybe they're on holiday. But a likelihood right now, what's going on is anyone that's in the UK is here because they live here. But if you can understand where I'm going with this, now, I find it pretty easy to talk to people in the street, wherever I'm at. Other people find it really difficult. And this is something that through the journey of Challenge 1000 Conversations is going to make you feel more ease to have a conversation, because one, we're all going through this together. You've probably heard this many times. That's the truth. We are all going through this together. And at the same time, it's more easy to have a conversation. Yeah, we all know what's currently going on, but just finding out how people are. A lot of people are in depression. A lot of people are finding it difficult to reach out to people, and because they're like, we're restricted on our movements and we're out of our comfort zone unintentionally, not really wanting to be, but because we have no choice of the matter, it's really good. We really need to communicate and have a conversation. So this is where Challenge 1000 was actually, manifested into reality, and how you guys are now here because the message was passed on to you, or I've spoken to you directly, and you're now all together here supporting one another and sharing ideas and value. One thing I will share is that we're not here to be selling our businesses and services to one another in a way that some people have done so in the messenger chat. It's really about helping each other to have a conversation, to feel more at ease, to hear other people's stories. So if you've got your story, you want to share it, you can share it within the channel, Facebook group. Share your story, do a Facebook Live. Also go on your Facebook profile when you get the confidence to go live and actually speak. There's a lot of training resources already there within the group, so you can access that. And plus as well, we'll be going through day to day with training, 1 day training. The next day we'll have a break where we just go over some things, like a little discussion to find out how everyone's getting on with the challenge and see how we go with that. So it'll be training 1 day. The next day, just a little chat conversation within the community, around about 7 o'clock UK time, British summertime, and then it'd be so on the same kind of way. All of that information will be put out by tomorrow. You will have that information, or by in the next few hours, depending on how things play out. So now on Facebook, which is the easiest way to build a rapport quickly, which I would have to say, is by you posting certain content on your wall, by saying that you like to go out and eat at Chinese, or you like to eat Indian, you like to eat Spanish. When you're putting it out there, the people that you're putting and seeing that is saying, hey, that person likes Spanish food like I do, or I don't like Spanish food. So once they start to see your timeline and they see your post, it automatically connects with them, and they start to build a rapport with you. A lot of people don't realize and have no idea what they're doing. This will be shared much more detail later down, with regards to having a professional, pro account, which will be tomorrow, around about this time. And I'll be going and sharing my screen and going over to your screen and helping you, within the community, to get you to have a professional account. What I mean by professional account, one where you're the brand, your face is the focus. There's no writing around your head as your profile picture, because when someone's building a rapport with you, first they look at you, they read the content on your profile, and so forth. So does anyone have any questions? No, no one has any questions in regards to Rapport? If there's no questions, that means I'm doing really good, or I've not covered everything. But I'll be adding more video content in the community, and you know, to help you to get you through this challenge. So if you're not sure about a conversation, or you don't know how to start a conversation with someone, and you just want to just gain, understanding of how to speak and reach out to people, because some of you are doing it for the challenge, some of you are doing it for your business, to build your business, to get yourself aware, to be seen as a leader. And the only way you can do that is by, taking leadership in regards to doing a call like this and getting people on the call, reaching out on your Facebook profile by doing a Facebook Live, which I know some of you do, and speaking on something that you know of and you're confident with, and something that you're really passionate about. At the same time, when other people see that, when you actually specifically know who you're going to, your target audience, so your perfect prospect or perfect person that you want as a friend, you reach out to them, add them as a friend, and that way, when people see your post, you've already gone and actually looked out for the people that you want to have as your friends. They're going to see your posts, and they're going to see your post through your timeline, and they're going to basically, oh, wow, I actually like this person. So when you actually get into a chat or messenger chat, as we've been doing for the last few weeks, nearly a month, is that basically they're going to see that, have a conversation with you. They really feel like they know you because they've seen your Facebook profile post, and we'll talk about how you get your engagement. Those videos are in the Facebook group already, but we will be covering that as well in like a Zoom call, like as you see now, in a recurring Zoom call at this time. And so that's really it for now in regards to it. We can go more depth with this, depending on questions that are going to be asked and so forth. From what I can see, everyone seems to be pretty much clued up on Rapport and how to have a conversation. But the very interesting thing, what I would leave you with and actually go on into, is the fact that when you're actually talking to someone, the more you show interest in them, and generally show interest in them, the more they want to know more about you, and start to like you more without even realizing they're liking you. So let me just repeat that. The more you show interest in somebody else, and you really genuinely care and want to help them and want to know more about them, the more they like you. A lot of people don't understand that, and I've been a chatterbox in my past, and I would talk and not realize exactly that, it's a two-way conversation. You got to have a conversation. It's building rapport. So that's what I want to leave you with. Thank you for joining Challenge 1000 Conversations, and make sure you get yourself on the calls that you are doing now. This is taking leadership, taking ownership of your life, and getting involved. And it's been absolutely brilliant to be, providing this, and everyone joining. It's been overwhelming. It's been great. A lot of people's come. A few people's dropped out, but that's just like any challenge. So, anyone want to say anything before we close this call?
Thanks, Andrew.
Anything you wasn't sure about, or you're happy with things? Rick?
No, all clear at this stage.
Okay, brilliant to have you on board. You can invite people to the challenge, but as of tomorrow, it will no longer be free. There will be, and they would have to pay to be a part of this challenge, which this promo has been going on for like the last 3 weeks for it to be free, because there's a lot of value going into here. And I have had some people say, well, I'm only going to join when it's actually, I have to pay. Because some people feel funny about getting things for free. But I really just wanted to help as many people as possible, and to, to help you. And some of you, and a lot of you have joined free, and that's brilliant. You're going to get massive value. And if you love what you see, you can go whoever put you in and find out why they invited you, and see where you go with that. That's the best way to put it, whether it's friendship, business, whatever it may be. It all starts with building rapport, and the foundations is, after that, it's friendship. And then where you go from that, it's all on you. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And I will see you again on another training call for Challenge 1000 Conversations. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Cheers, thanks. Yeah, bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
So yeah, if you're seeing this on the recording and you want to know more about Challenge 1000 Conversations, reach out to the person that sent out this video to you, whether it's myself, Andrew J. Jules, or whoever shared it with you, and find out how you can be a member of Challenge 1000 Conversations and actually put yourself to the test. Can you have 1,000 conversations in 31 days? Thank you, and I'll see you again on another training call, Challenge 1000 Conversations. I'm out.